Hello everyone, welcome to Positron Plays Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles is a turn-based strategy, story-focused game by Sega. Kind of a fantasy World War II in a sense, but very, very fantasy.
1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So now that we have a bit of backstory, taken to essentially what is our main menu, kind of a book motif. I'm currently playing with mouse and keyboard mostly for the aiming because basically aiming is much like a first-person or third-person shooter once you're actually in combat, but you'll see when we get there. And I will be muting myself for cutscenes so I don't talk over them.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are?
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
So that's Welkin. He'll be essentially one of our main characters throughout the story, and we've already gotten ourselves in trouble. Another story sequence coming up. The very beginning of this is very, very heavily story-oriented, but I'll be doing at least the first battle in this video.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
So, looks like things are already starting up. Imperials are invading Brule. I'm going to save here. Yep, overwrite my test. So now we'll get into what is the first bit of combat, kind of see like how the strategical elements of the game play out.
Okay, here's the plan.
So we need to eliminate the scouts coming into Brule. Objective is simply to eliminate all enemies. And there's our victory and failure conditions. If Welkin or Alicia dies, or we take way too long, we will fail.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
Combat is broken up into turns.
Three of them.
We will go, and then the enemy will go.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
And of course, this is a bit of a tutorial mission. This is telling us about command points. Essentially, we have X number of command points, and we'll get more as the game goes on. And every command point represents one character we can move. So we'll take Welkin out for a spin. We have an action point gauge that'll be at the bottom. Basically shows how far we can move. Now, one of the big tricks to this game is that while you are moving, or essentially while you're not aiming, enemies can fire at you. Kind of like an Overwatch in a different game. And this goes for them too. However, as soon as you start aiming, they will stop firing. It's Kind of an odd gameplay quirk, but it works out. This is showing us the aiming controls here. Headshots do more damage, and some units will have different weak points. If you don't kill your target, they can counter. Take a headshot here. There we go, got him. And you can only attack once per turn, so I could keep moving now if I wanted to, but I'll leave him here. I should have crouched, that's fine though. So now we'll take Alicia. She's a fairly quick unit. This is telling us about cover. We can use sandbags to kind of crouch behind and up our defenses a bit. Also, if you're crouching behind cover, you are immune to crits and headshots, which is incredibly important. It's very easy for units to die. So we'll crouch here and take a shot at this guy. Got him. And we'll scoot over here while we still have some action points. And end our turn. No, can't quite crouch here, unfortunately. Now, one of the tricks here is that we can use all of our CP on a single unit if we want to. So I'm going to move Alicia again. I should be able to get all the way over to these sandbags here. Alright. So while I'm aiming here, you can see that there's a few different things. 2 kill shots. It'll give you information on, you know, if we have a bonus damage to persons or armor, area damage, and the 2 kill is essentially while you're aiming at this location with this weapon, how many shots will it take to connect, kill the enemy. And we have different items. We can use a grenade, or we have a first aid kit, but we'll just take this guy out. Ooh, almost didn't make it there, actually. And there we go, it's first mission complete.
I don't see any more of them.
And at the end of the mission, we're ranked on how well we did. I think A might be the top rank. I'm actually not sure. So I'll get a little more story in here before I end the video. I haven't actually played through this all myself before. I played a bit on PS3 when it came out. And that was a few years ago now, but I never actually finished the game on PS3, so I'm playing it again on PC, and I figured I would record for everyone.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died. Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
Alright, that ends our prologue. I'm gonna do a quick save here. There are no autosaves in this game, so I have to kind of remember to save pretty frequently here. Yeah, so that'll do it for prologue, and next time we'll start getting into Chapter 1. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, helps out a lot, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. See you soon.